This is MIT 812, the winter intersession 2016, the final project for Jonathan Jacks. For this presentation, I've decided to kind of follow the rubric. I'm really scared of the 10-minute limit, so I've printed everything out and I'm going to go as fast as I can. Rubric point 1, project description. For my final project, I decided to create a resource specifically for classroom teachers that helps them learn how to create a self-hosted classroom website using WordPress as the content management system. Rubric point 2, my audience. The audience for my project is obviously classroom teachers. I don't think it's necessary to distinguish between public or private school teachers or between different grade levels being taught. My thought is that all teachers would find this resource to be useful. The objectives. The specific knowledge and skills that I wanted my learners to gain, I listed in my first assignment of the year. They're here. At this point, I'm still in the content creation part of the project. However, I think I've created the framework that I had in mind to complete this project. For the foreseeable future, my goal will be to create 3 to 5 pages a day, not a day, a week. Off the top of my head, I think I've identified a little under 75 pages that I would like to create. So if you do some math on that, maybe about a year from now I might have what's currently in my head on this website, and who knows what additional things I'll come up with by then. I've been fairly surprised at the amount of traffic that's already present on the website. As of today, I've created 2 pages. This one is fairly finished, and also this page is nearly finished. And these pages are all I've really done. There's a couple of other things, but I've focused on this page on building a classroom website is my search phrase. The previous one was creating a classroom website. These specific phrases are ones that I used when I was they're phrases that I searched for when I was trying to create my first classroom site. So I'm hopeful that others might be out there and might be using the same terms. Other than focusing on good writing, and when I say good writing, I mean that very generally. Other than focusing on that, if you look over here, my readability is good, my SEO is good, and there are several points which I've tried to follow to make sure that the search engine like these pages. Other than doing that, I haven't done anything to try to drive traffic to these 2 pages, but I'm already in the top 50 results for those 2 terms, and I think it should be fairly easy to get in the top 10 results. Once you're in the top 10, you should see a significant increase in traffic. So I'm hopeful on that. Rubric point 4. The objectives, did I meet them? I don't think I'm going to have a good understanding of whether I've specifically met my objectives of helping a teacher create a website for quite some time. That said, there are some ancillary indications that I'm on the right track. The website's had content on it for less than a week, and yet rough statistics are showing steadily increasing visits from unique IPs every day. Just as like yesterday's total was 43, the day before that was 37, the day before that was 32. The day before that was in the high 20s, so forth and so on. Total unique visits for the first 10 days that the website was online was 137. Majority of those have come in the last 4 days since I've actually started putting content up. I haven't installed analytics software yet, so I don't know how targeted that traffic is, but it's a good sign. I do know that I've met at least partially one of my listed objectives, as I've created a specific page that focuses on how to use the box shortcode from the Shortcode Ultimate plugin, and this page is kind of an indication of where I'm wanting to head for this website. Here I have a little intro. I have a video that I created that's much shorter than the one that I used in assignment number 2, and then I've created several images that walk through how to create a shortcode and give a final result. I don't know what rubric point this is, but it's the reflection part. I knew before starting this project that it would take more than 3 weeks to finish, but the idea for this website's been floating around in my head for a while. I saw this final project as being a good impetus to start. If I had started this project prior to taking this class, I don't think the final product would have been as focused as what I'm putting together now. even though I think I'm much more clear-minded on what I want to create, I think that that's actually ended up increasing the total page count that I'm going to have. If I had to put a priority on which 3 pages need to be created most urgently, it would be the 3 pages titled Domain Name, Hosting, and What's Next. It's these 3 pages right here, which right now I just have filler text in, something as a placeholder. And on that one I don't even have that. But on Hosting I will. Some filler text. These need to get created first because I think these are actually the things that are going to drive traffic to the site. They're also probably the 3 pages which will take the longest amount of time to complete because just the sheer amount of stuff which is going to have to go on into them, number of images I'm going to need to create, a couple of videos for each of them. So they're going to be projects. As of right now, I've been using some keyword analysis tools to try to figure out which specific search phrases I want to target for those 3 pages. The only one I'm nearly sure of is I think on this domain name page, I think I want to focus on classroom website name. There's over 150 unique searches every month for those 3 words put together in that order. And to the best of my searching ability, I can't find any website which is specifically targeting those 3 words put together. So I should be able to relatively easily rank first in the search engine results for that search. The other 2 pages, I have no idea what I'm doing on the other 2 pages yet, but as far as the search phrase I want to go for. My big takeaway idea, I think the biggest idea that occurred to me while taking this class is that there were 2 entire categories of content that I hadn't considered for the project. Before taking this class and thinking about this website, I was thinking very narrowly about, hey, here's how to put something online. But I wasn't thinking specifically about the people who would be visiting my site. There are probably, literally, a million websites out there that explain how to create a website and put them online. But there are very few that speak to teachers and tell them, hey, here's how you do it. And maybe even more specifically, there's fewer websites that say, here's how you do it and here's why you want to do it. And so that's the website that I want to make. After taking this class, I'm recognizing that I don't think the important part of this website is going to be is what I was actually working towards, which was here's how to make a website. I think the important part is going to be here's how you use these resources on your classroom website. What I'm trying to get at here is that I hadn't considered how important explaining how to use specific plugins and embeddable applications like Powtoon are going to be to my visitors. I think these are the things that the teachers are going to want to know about. Not just that WordPress has thousands and thousands of plugins, free open source plugins available to it, but I think the important thing to teachers is going to be here's which plugins you want to use of these thousands and thousands. Here are the 15 best or the 10 best, and here's how you use them. Not just how to use Powtoon. That's a great resource, but here's how you use Powtoon, here's how you create an animation, and here's how you embed it into that website. Next rubric point is the presentation media. I do not see how the presentation media that I'm using could be any more clearly related to my objectives than it is. My 3 effective media, so I'm using Screencast-O-Matic to create this video. I've been going back and forth on the web between pages as I've created the project. I've created videos which are already on the website. I've created an animation which is on the website. I'm going to rework that and do it differently later, but it's there now. I'm using a total of 9 different plugins, I think, in total. We'll let that go. Including the 3 that I mentioned in assignment number 2. Here are the 9 plugins that I've put in. I don't know about the rest of the rubric, but I'm positive that I nailed this point. And the next one, the next rubric point is that I have a video of me, and this is a video of me. Finally, the standards. I'm going to say standards PSEL 4C and 4E. Promote instructional practice that is consistent with knowledge of child learning and development, effective pedagogy, and the need of each student. And 4E said promote the effective use of technology in the service of teaching and learning. I truly believe that everything else being equal, teachers who effectively use a classroom website are better meeting the needs of students today. 9 minutes and 58 seconds there.